soul sister. Welcome to the Happy, Purposeful, and Free podcast, where we are all about living our brightest, most authentic, kick-ass life that we actually love. My name's Katrina, and I'm your guide, obsessed with giving you the tools to help you get from where you are now to where you want to go in life, relationships, and business. This podcast is all about having fun, showing you there is more to the sober life and the real talk as we share inspiring stories, tips, and tricks to help you boldly pursue your life. You are not alone in this deal, so let's do this thing together. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Happy, Purposeful, and Free podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if this is your first episode, welcome. I hope you stay around. I hope you enjoy this podcast. Go binge, go listen, share, love, all the things. I'm excited that you're here. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I love all of you so much. Whenever I see somebody share these messages, it just warms my heart to know that there is a difference being made, that you're receiving value out of what is being shared on these episodes. And I'm just going to keep saying that over and over again because I think it's so important that you guys know this and that you hear me, because I'm here for this. I'm here to pour into you and share all the tidbits. And today's episode is a little bit different than what I normally would probably be sharing. There's still going to be some gold in it, but I have to share with you guys. Last weekend, a couple weekends ago, I went away with some girlfriends. I planned a girls trip for my birthday. I called it for my birthday. And I brought friends together that I wasn't sure, some of them knew each other. Some of them had no clue who each other were. Like, they didn't know them at all. They'd never met. And so when you're coming into a situation, you just never truly know how that is going to work out, right? Even though I know all of these beautiful ladies, you just never know. And one of these women is my stepdaughter's mom. And if you guys have known us long enough, you know that relationship has not always been what it is today. It's gone through hell. It's gone through some really deep, nasty stuff. And over the last 3-ish years, it's grown into something, that is absolutely beautiful, but something I never ever thought we would ever get to. I would never thought I would be inviting my stepdaughter's mom to a girls' weekend for my birthday, or a girls' weekend period. I never thought we would be able to be in that kind of space together, and we were, and it was wonderful, and it was really great. It was so great that we came home with matching tattoos, you guys. I'm dying over this. I came home with 2 tattoos, so that's how you know it was a fabulous weekend. I got a matching tattoo with one of my very best friends, who we've been friends since birth. She's a few years older than me, but we got matching tattoos, and we had been talking about it on the way there. We rode together on the way there. We had been talking about it, and I was like, yes, I've been wanting to get another tattoo. I love tattoos, and I want some covered up and redone and all the things. And she was telling me about a tattoo that she wanted to get. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could do that too. It's just a simple heart behind my ear. She got a red one. I got a purple one. Purple is for recovery. And we were talking about getting it. And then, through the weekend, partway through the weekend, my stepdaughter's mom, Stephanie, she came out and she's like, Katrina, what would really make this weekend? And it was kind of a joke, and she's like, let's get matching tattoos. And I'm like, okay, I'm down. I didn't really even think about it. I was like, sure, why not? What would seal the deal better than that with our relationship, our crazy, past, and all the things now. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? And, we figured it out. We ended up figuring it out later. We each have a cross on the outside of our arm, on the right arm. And hers has a special meaning for her sister, and mine has a meaning for myself. But it's the same, and we got it together, right? And I never thought in the million years that we would ever, like I said, I would never thought I would invite her to a girls' weekend. And now we're getting matching tattoos. And some of you are like, I would never do that. And trust me, that's something I have said myself, like I would never think to do that either. And then we've gone through so much together and just so much growth. I was like, why not? Why not? I mean, truly, yes, it's ink on my arm that would last forever, but it's not like I got her name tattooed on me or some weird thing tattooed on me. It's actually just a very simple, beautiful tattoo. It represents love to me, and it's, also representation of something for me, but it's also a unifying thing. And I had my doubts, of course, throughout the weekend. I'm like, this is actually, if we do this tattoo thing, then I know exactly what's going to happen. All of a sudden, the ship's going to blow up. We're not going to be friends anymore. Like, all of the things are just going to go backwards. And that is always a thought in the back of my mind with this relationship, because there's been so many instances where we felt like we were making progress and then something happens, somebody gets mad, and all hell breaks loose. And that hasn't happened for some time that I know of. At least it hasn't happened in the forefront of things. We don't bring it to each other's attention anymore. And I've not felt like that discomfort in a long time. I love the space that we're in. We talk fairly regularly. We're not BFFs. I don't want to be her BFF. She doesn't want to be my BFF, but we are two women who are doing our very best to support and raise this beautiful young woman who was her daughter. She's my stepdaughter. And, we've been through a lot together. And to be able to come to the space that we're in is just so incredibly beautiful. And so what is the point behind all of this? One, to share this incredibly crazy story with you. There's more to it, but I'm not going to go into all the details. Overall, it was such an amazing, beautiful weekend, something that I really needed. And if you are in a space where you're yearning connection, create that space. Like, get some of your girlfriends together that you haven't seen in a while and be like, hey, let's pick a weekend, let's just go. And you can figure it out along the way. And that's kind of what we did. And to be in this space where I haven't really hung out with my friends in a long time. One, for obvious reasons, but one, because I've gotten caught up in this online space that I'm in, which is so easy to do. And I've forgotten pieces of me to be living in the real world. And so that's part of why I knew this weekend was so needed. I got reconnected to my friends who are not in the online space, and remembering, like, I'm human and they're human and we're all here together. But then to have this breakthrough, this space, this connection with Stephanie, and to be like, oh my gosh, just reminded of all of the things that have gone down between the two of us, the space that I was in, the person that I was, the person that, went through this major journey. And she's gone through her own major journey. She's gone through her own growth as well. And myself going through my own growth. And then to come together and be together for the weekend and then to solidify it through tattoos is mind-boggling to outsiders. I know. But this is where I see so much, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, so much compassion, so much beauty is in truly not knowing or letting go of old wounds, letting go of past things where their healing truly can take place. Like, it brings me to another level of hope in my life for the works that God has done in my life. And the beauty, I mean, to one, be sober as long as I've been sober, two, to heal this relationship that really came together in the depths of my own drinking, and then just continue to be another layer of ugliness and nastiness, and then to come to this space of growth and beauty, and where there is a love for one another, dare I say love for one another, is incredible. God does amazing things in my life. And he can do amazing things in your life as well. And for this space to be what it is today, like, if you get nothing else out of today's episode, it's just, there's hope. There is hope, and healing can do such amazing, beautiful things for relationships, even those relationships that you feel are at a loss. And not all of them will come together like this. I mean, I'm still trying to work through my relationships with my parents, and they're not what I want them to be. And I don't know if they'll ever be what they are. But she did her own type of growing, and, that was where the difference is usually. She's done her own stuff. We both still have a lot of growth we could do, some healing we could do. And, it's just beautiful. So there's hope. There's hope in that. I don't know what else to say on this, quite honestly. I just knew that I had to share it with you. I sat down to record a different episode for you guys, and no, this is the one that was glaringly obvious needed to come through. And I just hope that you get that piece out of it, that hope, that beauty, that excitement, and you just never know what could happen. You just never know. Just keep showing up and doing your work, and it's all will work out one way or the other. Probably God will drop some freaking amazing rainbow nuggets in your life, and you can look back and be like, how in the hell did we get here? And celebrate it. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for listening. And if you loved this episode and know of someone else who has a powerful story and are doing big things, please pass them on to me. It would mean the world to me if you helped me get this message out to as many listeners as I can. So please, if you liked what you heard, it goes a long way to take 60 seconds, leave me a 5-star review, and share this episode with a girlfriend. Don't forget to tag me on social media, and if that's not your thing, shoot me a DM because I would like to personally thank you for doing so. We are not meant to do this life alone, and I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you. Until next time.